A tiny country, a squad of part-time players, up against a team worth hundreds of millions, and somehow they're winning. It happens at every World Cup. Morocco beating Spain, South Korea knocking out Germany, Cameroon, Senegal, Japan, teams nobody predicted, ending the dreams of football giants. How does this keep happening? Is it luck, passion, something else entirely? Nobody ever handed you the blueprint, until now. First, you need to understand why the World Cup is different. In a normal league, like the Premier League, teams play 38 games. The best team over the whole season wins. There's no shortcut, but the World Cup, to win it, you only need to win 7 games. And in the knockout rounds, from the round of 16 onward, it's one game. Win and you go through. Lose and you go home. That single game format changes everything. In one game, anything can happen. A giant can have a bad day. An underdog can have the best day of their lives. Over 38 games, the better team almost always wins. Over one game, not even close. Here's what most people miss. Underdogs don't try to out-attack the giants. They don't try to outskill them. They don't play the same game. They play a completely different game. It's called a low block. The underdog team drops deep, almost everyone behind the ball, and they make it as hard as possible for the giant to score. Instead of attacking, they defend. Instead of trying to win the ball high up the pitch, they absorb pressure and wait. And this works because a packed defense with 10 players behind the ball creates almost no space to attack. Even the world's best players struggle to break down a low block. Then, when they win the ball, they counterattack at speed. 5 seconds, 3 passes, 1 chance. That's the plan. Not beautiful football. Effective football. Now let's talk about something nobody mentions. Pressure. The giant doesn't just need to win. They're expected to win. Their fans expect it. Their country expects it. The media expects it. If they're not winning by half-time, panic starts to set in. Fans get nervous. Players feel it. The manager feels it. The underdog has nothing to lose. Every minute they stay in the game is a victory in itself. That freedom, psychologically, is enormous. There's even a name for it in sports psychology: the underdog effect. When you're not expected to win, the pressure shifts entirely to the other side. Here's the brutal truth about football. You can dominate a game, more possession, more shots, more chances, and still lose. Because football is low scoring. One goal can decide everything. An underdog doesn't need to be better. They just need one moment, one defensive error, one set piece, one counterattack that lands perfectly. That's it. Game over. And when it happens on the World Cup stage, in front of billions of people, it becomes one of those moments football never forgets. So the next time you see a so-called weak team lining up against a giant, don't assume you know what happens next. They have a plan. They have nothing to lose. And in football, that combination is more dangerous than any superstar. Now you know why. If football finally makes sense when someone just explains it simply, subscribe. Next video: how do teams actually score from a free kick?